future's bright. Voices rise like echoes in the soft moonlight. Wisdom shared in whispers through the digital sphere, guiding paths to freedom, bringing vision clear. Echo, echo, hear the sound. Voices lifting off the ground in the blockchain silent stream. Echoes of a crypto dream. Conversations flowing like the rivers glide. Black women in the forefront, strength and pride. Navigating markets, breaking down the walls in the world of finance, answering the calls.
Echo, echo, echo. Welcome to this week's installment of BK Crypto Echo. I am your host, Kimberly, and this is my lovely host, Miss
Rashona.
RB Rising. That's right, RB Rising. RB Rising 1 coming at you today in this week's installment of Echo. And before we get started, we'd like for you to do us a favor and please hit the like and follow button so that you can be notified when we go live each and every week. And we're going to bring you the good stuff. Okay?
Yeah, spread the love, spread the wisdom, spread the knowledge. We
Exactly.
both trans forever. And the only way we could change lives if you share, and love this channel.
That's right. Love it.
Thank you.
Okay. So we want to, have a little conversation about what's been going on in the crypto market over the past week and let you guys, give you guys a little insight into that. And then we're going to encourage you to drop your questions, thoughts, comments, anything in the comment section so that we can circle back to you next week. Right? So you help us, we help you. Everybody's winning, right? Let's go.
Yes.
So Miss Rashona.
Girl, listen. Fall
What
is
is
here.
happening? That's
Sun
right.
is out. If you're from New York, if you're a Caribbean or just celebrating life, you are in London right now. They had a Caribbean parade in London. We had a big parade in New York and Brooklyn, and it passes on to Miami, straight to Trinidad next year. And so with that being said, we are in the last quarter of the year. We're the last quarter, schools begin, and what is the crypto market looking like? Well, we know for the last 4 years, it's not looking like it's supposed to look like, right? Most people are following this cycle and this trend. And the reason why those trend patterns are not looking alike, because guess what? The big money's in the market now.
Yep.
You have the regulators, you have those who are in traditional finances, top financial managers, private sectors, your bankers. And so right now, they're being greedy and they're holding the money. They're holding the money so they can scare the little guys, the retailers, from selling their portfolio so that they can own the big bucks like BlackRock and owning Bitcoin so that now they can really manipulate the treasury, right? So I want us to really understand the state that we're in, the psychological levels, which you might be feeling confused because of the news. Don't follow the news. Literally, this is a game being played. And like Tall Guy Tycoon says in his book with The Strategic Millionaire, 7 Laws of Wealth, the rich don't tell you, is a game of chess, not checkers. So we're here to inform you, right? Look with your third eye, your intuitive self, and understand that there's patterns that are being done and created so that you can truly understand how to build your wealth in this chaotic market right now. So what's happening in the news, Kim? What's really happening?
Well, so there was something going on with the CFTC. They submitted an emergency million block motion to block Kalashi's election betting contracts. What's that about?
So I don't know. I'm gonna Google Kalashi because it sounds like with the trend that we were seeing as happening, I think they're trying to build a cryptocurrency gambling Gambling.
Oh, that is actually a big thing. Over
Mhm.
the years, I've never engaged, but I have heard that the betting, the cryptos that engage in betting, those are popular because I guess some
Let
people
me
just love
see
to gamble.
exactly what that is about.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm,
again, when you think about sports betting,
mhm, mhm, mhm,
I think we're looking at sports betting because we know sports betting, betting in itself, when it comes to gambling, is a big market. When you think about
mhm,
cryptocurrency or stock market, everything just pretty
mhm,
much falls into the same category, right? Whether it's
mhm,
real estate,
mhm,
you have it in stocks, you have it in crypto. Whether it's derivatives, you have it in stocks, you have it in crypto.
mhm,
Whether it's gold or silver, you have it in stocks, you have it in crypto, right?
mhm,
We're
right.
financializing things right now. I think if we start flowing with the same pattern, you start understanding the trends and getting in early as an early
Mhm,
investor, you're really going to see your money working for you best.
right. Right, that's true. That's true. So, what about apparently Coinbase? Coinbase achieved a partial win in the battle against the SEC. Can you tell us about that? Did you hear?
I didn't hear it. Coinbase achieved a partial win in courts battle again. Well, Coinbase has been fighting with SEC for a long time, and they're the one of the largest exchanges that's actually been regulated because they get all the big
Mm-hmm,
money, right? And also from the
mm-hmm,
retailers. So I'm trying to think about, is that battle the SEC didn't prevent it from owning money? You know, um,
hmm
that
Let
the
me
SEC
see.
is trying to.
The court ruled that the SEC investigative subpoenas were overly broad, but Coinbase still faces scrutiny over its staking program. Public opinion is largely
Oh,
supportive of seeing the SEC's actions as an act of innovation, as an attack
oh,
on
innovation,
innovation.
like
Yeah,
derivatives or like
yeah,
dividends to your
yeah.
stock. So just to
Mm-hmm,
explain to the people what staking is, right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Compared to staking is kind of like having your stocks and receiving dividends, right?
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
if the goal is to always transfer your assets to additional assets to always make money, then a
Right.
lot of times you're putting in platforms or products that's going to make more money for you. So if you're
Mhm.
holding the money in the bank, we always say you should get some type of interest. But we know that the
Mhm.
bank right now is giving 0% of nothing and they're taking your money and trading, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
real.
Mhm,
So now when
mhm,
it comes to crypto, digital assets, our new
mhm,
monetary system, there's
mhm,
something called staking where we can take our Bitcoin or crypto and put it
mhm,
in a product that allow us to get interest on our crypto
mhm.
being held
Yeah.
in the
Mhm,
exchange.
mhm.
Yeah,
And so Coinbase was doing that, and just like other cryptos were doing that, other platforms were doing that, and but the SEC had basically come down on Coinbase saying like no, but when everything's said and done in the long run, all these institutions are going to be staking and doing wherever else they can do
they should.
because they technically they already do that sort of thing with our money anyway. So,
Correct.
let them deal with crypto too.
Correct.
Any
I,
event.
I
Yeah.
just look at Kalshi. So Kalshi Inc. is an American financial exchange and prediction market offering event contracts.
Hmm.
And the platform was launched in July of 2021.
Oh, I hadn't heard about that one. But again, I'm
I've
not
never
into
heard
the
of
betting.
Kalshi either, but this market, this industry is growing.
Mm-hmm.
And so as of April 2023, okay, as of April 2023, the bet limit allowed on the platform is 25,000, although certain contracts allow a maximum wager of 7 million. Users are prohibited from wagering more than the amount they have deposited.
Hmm.
Sounds
Okay.
about right.
Here. We'll just leave that right there and
Right.
go move forward.
You
Move
know what?
forward.
Listen, we won't go into betting and exchanges, but
Yeah.
it's kind of leveraging OPM, other
Yeah.
people's money,
Yeah.
and not using your own. But again,
Mhm.
let me tell you, if you don't know what you're doing, you can lose a lot of money. A
This is
lot of
true.
money.
This is true.
Right?
This
So
is
we
true.
don't move into trading or investing with emotions because you definitely will lose your
Mhm.
money.
That's
Okay?
true. True.
So let's
Keep
talk
in
about the
mind
election.
that. Even, well, yeah. I was just going to say that even with the stock market, most people who leverage lose. So the same thing goes for crypto.
Yeah,
Most people
100%.
who leverage lose. So don't
We got to be
leverage.
a
If you
smart.
know what you're doing, don't leverage.
That's
Okay.
right.
But let's see here. So the 2024 elections in the
Let's
United
talk about
States
that.
are expected to impact the crypto market. What's going on there?
How could it not impact it? Think about it. You had Trump blazing, and you have Kamala, right? And you think about it, the narrative is about crypto. So when you think about, we always say money flows where it's treated best. Well, votes flow where it's treated best. So if the
Yeah.
conversation and narrative is about cryptocurrency, then what do you think is going to happen with the narratives of the Democrats and the Republican? I'm
They're
not
gonna be
choosing any side. I'm just
Mhm,
saying, put your antennas on, people, and understand
mhm,
the platforms of which is in hand,
mhm,
understand what the narrative is and what's being
mhm,
controlled, right?
mhm,
When
mhm,
it comes to technology, the truth is it cannot be tainted with, and it cannot be changed. The only way to control it is to be control the masses of what's happening, right?
mhm,
So that's why
mhm, mhm, mhm,
major
mhm,
companies and corporations with a lot of stake and
mhm,
liquidity basically moving cryptocurrency.
mhm,
So the people
mhm,
demanding it, and those who are on a higher level is demanding it because they see that this is a way for them to control and make change. And so
mhm,
now
mhm.
the narrative for Democrats, remember, they weren't for cryptocurrency like
Right,
the Republicans were.
right,
But if
right,
the
right,
people are saying this is what we need to hear, or the congressmen and anyone else who are on higher financial tiers,
right,
then that's the new narrative. It's a game,
right,
right?
right,
It's
right.
a marketing game.
Yeah, I can't remember what percentage of the U.S. population has invested in crypto. I know the number has increased considerably in the last since the last cycle, so within the last 4 years. But I do want to say that apparently the Ripple co-founder Chris Larson has endorsed Kamala Harris for president
For
of
the
the United
president,
States, citing her support for crypto innovation. And this move has sparked some conversation. Yeah, because Ripple is heavily in the news. It is a very strong cryptocurrency, so it's very interesting that he chose to support Kamala Harris. So there must be some conversations taking place, right? Trying to get
conversation
regulation in place.
of regulation,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
regulation getting in their
mhm,
favor since they've been fighting for SEC for a long
yeah,
time. But I
yeah.
won't get into my conspiracy theories. But XRP's price is probably way more than we think it is, and
Oh, it's
those
been
got
suppressed. Yeah.
right
Hmm. Hmm.
suppressing the
Yeah.
prices. But a lot of us were scared doing the SEC. I know many holders were holding and sold because they didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Hey, I'll be first to say, you know what? I did sell my position back when the lawsuit was initiated. I said, I can buy back in later, thinking I could buy back in at my entry point. I never got it. Never
Was it
got
about
down
10
to that.
cents? About 10 cents?
It's slightly more than that, you
Yeah.
know, and I
'Cause
never got to buy it back at that price. I did, buy back, but it couldn't get it at that price. Yes.
yeah,
Hmm.
things are evolving. So
Hmm.
let's talk about trends, right? Because what really moves the market? What really moves your life, right? Trends and narratives, depending on
Hmm.
where you are. And so,
Hmm.
what's the new hype, the new trend? BTC ETFs, they saw significant outflows with
Hmm.
706 million withdrawn. When
Right.
we hear about those numbers, people get scared and say, I remember talking, I was actually taking a photo shoot with Corcoran, and I
Right.
remember the guy I was speaking to saying, Bitcoin, that's still in? We don't hear about it. And I think if I can give an intuitive spiritual message, don't always go with the hype or what you're always hearing,
I know,
right?
girl.
Sometimes it's the quiet noise,
Mhm, mhm,
right? The
yeah,
things that's not being talked about.
mhm, mhm, mhm,
Um, and so, with that significant withdrawn, there are also other markets that are moving but not showing the fluctuation of the Bitcoin price, which is
mhm.
through OTC, right?
That's what I was gonna say, over the counter
Over the
purchases. Yeah,
counter.
mhm, mhm,
You
and
see
that's
those
what's
numbers
been
being
happening a lot. Mhm,
100%. And truthful, when it comes to, I think it's named Plan B. When you look at the cycles that we were used to, I got into 2017, and some that got in early adopters. When you think about the pattern, the projection of where Bitcoin is, it's not at that number, right? The
mhm,
prediction
mhm,
for Bitcoin after the halving should have been about $150,000, maybe by the end of the year. The reason why we're not in there is because of manipulation. So don't get
mhm,
afraid. not financial advice, keep stacking. But when you have more players in the game who has more liquidity, they're
Mhm.
going to be able to manipulate the numbers to get it to where they need to.
Yep,
Also allow the retailers to be scared so that they can sell.
that's true. That's true. So, market trends. Let me see. No, no, no. What's going on with Mastercard? I think I heard there's some sort of a Mastercard partnership or something like that. Have you heard?
It sounds like they're partnered with Mercurio to expand support for non-custodial crypto wallets. Can you explain a little
Oh,
bit about non-custodial wallets, which is
not
a kind of good thing, right?
yeah, yeah. Non-custodial wallets are wallets where you hold the crypto yourself. It's not a wallet that's attached to a specific platform. Because generally, if you have a custodial wallet, that
Mhm.
is something that somebody else is holding. It's not really yours. Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to be, but if something happens, you don't have the private keys to those wallets. So you want to always have your self-managed wallets or non-custodial. You don't want a custodian to hold your crypto.
Right.
If this
Correct.
is especially for your long-term holds for cryptocurrency. Yeah.
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 And just to tap onto custodial, and
Mhm.
this is what the larger traditional banking
Institutions.
institutions were looking
Absolutely.
forward to,
Yeah.
because it's kind of like symbolic of FDIC insured.
Mhm, mhm,
So custodial accounts is their way of saying that your digital assets is protected.
mhm,
To be honest, it's also another way for it to be controlled and manipulated, and you not owning it as well. So you don't even really know they even have it, because
mhm,
think about the Bitcoin ETF. Depending on where you are in your investment um, strategy or investment psyche, you might feel more comfortable not owning Bitcoin, but playing the game of a Bitcoin ETF. Yeah,
mhm,
either way, when the
mhm,
market goes
mhm,
up, you still benefit, but you got to know where you are as an investor and what makes more sense to you, right? So if you get a Bitcoin ETF, you're pretty much just betting on the idea of Bitcoin and where it fluctuates and moves in the market,
mhm,
like
mhm.
real estate, as well, or
Right.
gold or silver or tech stocks, which is not a bad thing. You're putting in vehicles that's going to grow your money at the end of the day,
True,
versus
true, true.
betting against inflation,
I'm
right?
just wondering how many people are aware that even with the ETFs, even though there are spot ETFs that, got launched at the early part of this year, 2024, I wonder how many people realize that when they go to, cash in or whatever, like they could never take that asset off of the platform. That if you read the paperwork closely, it
Right,
says that everything will be settled in US dollars. So
right.
you would never be able to, take that
That was the
cryptocurrency.
issue with PayPal earlier.
Yeah.
Remember PayPal and
Mhm.
Robinhood?
Yeah.
Most people, because it was advertised so much, and shout out to BK Crypto and their coaching skills, is
Mhm.
really educating the people the difference between a PayPal purchasing crypto and a Robinhood, as
Yeah.
well as the difference of getting on Coinbase and be able to move it with still the same value, not
Mhm.
selling it, but
Mhm.
transferring it to a digital wallet.
Right.
And that's the issue that most people didn't realize they were doing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, with PayPal. Initially, in the early days of the PayPal acquiring crypto for you, you couldn't move it. I believe you can move it now, or at least people, myself included, whose crypto, whatever they chose to reimburse us from my Celsius, whatever I had staked on.
Oh, remember my Celsius?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I did. I think I got 70%, something like that. I don't remember. But what's funny about that? That 70% amounts to what I started with when I invested in that on Celsius. So I was like, oh God. So like literally all my gains were, given. Anyway, but
I
it was
got
interesting that when you are now able to, at least I was able to move that asset off of PayPal, you know into a self custody wallet. So, if you haven't done that, maybe you might want to consider that. If your money is sitting on PayPal, because again, it is a custodial wallet situation. So, any event, there's something else I see here.
uh,
Tether
yep.
invested 100
I
million.
Yep, I just looked at that too.
Okay. Okay.
Tether, I
What's going on with that?
right? Tether is it's a stable coin, right? Basically, it moves and fluctuates, kind of like pegged to the USD. Apparently invested in agriculture investments. And some experts argue that Tether's investment could bring stability to the agriculture sector, while others worry about the risk of crypto market industries. Public opinion is basically divided, with some seeing it as an innovative move and others as a risky experiment. Life is built on innovation. It really depends on where you are. I think you got to see the future of things. I mean, let's be honest, what got us here, Kim? The reason why we're actually here now and echoing this to the people, because we actually saw the future.
Right.
Kind of like, it's a gift to see what the future is going to bring. Also, to be able to see it in advance and to invest in it at its early stages when most people are not talking about it or is still going through its corrections. And we got in 2017, which really wasn't early, because when Bitcoin was created, it was really about 2008.
2009. Well, when it was released in 2009. Yeah.
Right. You think about what was happening during that time, right? 2009, when you had
on the heels of the financial crisis.
Real estate, right? People getting bailed out. Lehman Brothers, AIG was getting bailed out. And I keep saying, people, be a corporation so you can get bailed out, because in America, they don't respect the people. Get your trust, not a will. But anyway, that's my tangent. So
we're always talking about these things. So go ahead.
Yes. Be your own bank, whole life insurance.
Yeah.
This. But truthfully speaking, yes, everyone doesn't have that gets to be an innovator to see the future, but everyone collectively can kind of hone on to what needs to put them from here, from point A to B to C to D. And so when we saw it at 2017, because we're natural investors and we deal with real estate, it was like, what is this thing? Right? Because if you understood the future of technology, communications, the .com, I like to use that in my coaching and my education platform, because sometimes people can't see it, and that's okay. Let us help you see it, because the only thing that is constant is change, and the only thing that's going to evolve is evolution. And technology has proven, from the revolution, industrial revolution, to the cars, to the phones, to .coms. And so now we're in this evolutionary reset of the monetary system, right? And it's amazing, it's life-changing, and we're actually still at the beginning. I feel like Kim, honestly, I came out to Best Fest, and I'm on super high, and I met wonderful people. I mean, the best of the best that were there, as innovators, those who are building a community. Earn Your Leisure, love them. Rashid, and forgive me, I think his name is Miller, as well as In Dublab, who teaches trading. And then you had Tall Guy Tycoon, who talks about, transfer of wealth through, again, trading and crypto. But then you had 19 Keys, about the evolution of us as a community, as a people investing, manufacturers, and Yaki Awakening talked about healing, right, and health, the evolution of health and herbs, and of course, your guy, love him as well. Oh my God, he is so essential. Billy Carson, thank you. And he is such on a metaphysical and quantum level, but the synergies, not 50 Cent, the synergies of that energy, it was revolutionary. And there wasn't too many people talking about crypto, except for those brothers that we met from CoinFlip. And one other person, I think his name is BT. We interviewed him from Elephant Money, Trump Coin. But let me tell you, that proved that we're still at the beginning of this phase. And it's moving quickly, people. Moving quickly.
Talk about moving quickly. I see here that European Union has announced new crypto regulations. I know that France had crypto regulations in place since 2018, apparently, although a lot of people I spoke to in France are not, the least invested in cryptocurrency. So I find
because you're there, right? In France, a week ago, and the conversation, there's no awakening of what's really happening with the market. I think we have to get in the streets to really understand what's really happening with the people, because if you look at the media, they'll make you think differently. And there's such a large population globally that is not invested are aware of the changes that is occurring and happening
They
right now.
don't know. They don't. People, the average person doesn't know. But look at this. Look at this. Adoption. Visa, okay? Visa has announced plans to expand crypto payments, partnering with several major exchanges. Public opinion is mixed, because but I'm just like, people, pay attention. All these major institutions are getting their ducks in order.
So what does
That's
that?
what's been happening since the last 5 years. I'm
Yeah,
sorry?
but what does that sound like, right? Remember when we were introduced to sending money to locally or different states?
Yeah,
What popped up? Western Union,
yeah.
right? And
Mhm,
so now we're above and beyond in
mhm,
transferring the evolution of transferring money,
mhm,
cross-border payments. This
mhm.
is the next layer.
And that's what
It just
Ripple specializes in, by the way.
right,
Okay.
yeah, yep, XRP,
Mhm,
100%.
mhm, mhm,
Because why are we paying a certain amount of money to transfer
mhm,
digital money, which is really
mhm,
just zeros and ones?
mhm,
So
mhm,
the mass adoptions, and it's kind of like, people, keep your ear to the changes, because we all use Visa,
mhm,
MasterCard.
mhm,
It's
mhm,
part of our credit system, right? So if they're not adopting, then that means it's giving you access,
mhm. Yeah.
right?
Mhm, mhm.
Definitely. What
Okay.
else is happening
Okay.
before we
Well,
close
I
out?
think probably the last one is that the U.S. Congress has introduced a new crypto bill aiming to clarify regulations and protect investors. Of course, we're always looking to protect the investors. Public opinion is actually cautiously optimistic, but
Be-
we got to see what's in that what's in that
what
crypto bill,
what is your
because
thought? Because when we're dealing with crypto, there's like, we're divided. There's the
Mhm,
centralization and the decentralization.
mhm,
And I think that everything has its place. So when you think about regulations, why it is important, right? Because it does protect the people,
mhm,
for the gamers who are there to um, create this dark web back in the days, right? Because in every sector, in every change, and even when it came to paper money, there are people who are trafficking money the same way. So
mhm,
regulations are important to an extent, right? So there is some type of protection, and that people are not going out of bounds, in a sense. There's levels to the regulation, but the regulations, I feel, shouldn't be so intense that it's literally stopping people from building wealth, right?
mhm,
I think that's to me some of the issues that the majority of people in other countries that have adopted Bitcoin, like Venezuela, Argentina, El Salvador, paying off their debt, Nigeria, who's using it to, cross border payments or just send it to their family.
mhm,
How harsh are the regulations going to be, where depending on what state or country that you're in is going to prevent you from having a better lifestyle?
mhm, mhm, mhm. Yeah. We don't really know what's going to be in the future, but we hope that more and more people will at least, try to pay attention, try to get educated, try to learn what's going on around you and your country and your state, because it may be different in each state. And we just hope that you will, find time to do a little bit of digging, a little bit of research. A good place for your basic crypto news is a crypto aggregation platform called Crypto Panic, and you can go there and download it, and not even download it, just go cryptopanic.com and watch and get some crypto news, and then you can go down the rabbit hole. You can contact BK Crypto. You can all of our social media is on this platform, and contact us. So we are here for you. We hope that you will empower yourself as this crypto revolution comes, because I don't think it's gonna be left behind, folks.
It's not. Watch
No.
out for 2025. When you
Yeah.
think about 2025 and numerology, the year of the nine, and
Mhm.
that's about transformation and transitioning. So, what are you transforming to, and what are you transitioning from? Right? What do you want to create? This is your time to really think about what you want to create, because you are the creator of your life. There's no one that can do it for you but you. So, what do you choose? What's echoing your
That's right. This is BK Crypto Echo. We will see you next week. Set your calendars. Hit the like button. Follow us so you'll be notified the next time we go
We got
live. We look
amazing
forward to
guests?
seeing you next week. What?
Oh, yeah.
conversations flow.